Good morning, guys. Morning. My sincerest apologies, guys. I know last week I promised you that I'll be making videos on how we can basically earn extra income, how we can get our finances right, and basically just education on money. My sincerest apologies. I haven't had the most of time to be doing these videos, but I have a bit of time now, and then there's just a couple of things that I want to share with you guys, and then we can take it from there. Last week we spoke about money masters and slaves masters. This is basically people who are slaves to money. Now, just quickly know the difference. Now, a money master is anyone who doesn't work for money. Money works for them. And a slave to money is basically someone who has to work in order for them to get money. Now, you first need to identify in which category do you fall. Are you a money master or are you a slave to money? Now, here's the thing. If you happen to be a slave to money all your life, if you don't learn how to make money work for you, you're going to work for money all your life. Because if you don't work, then unfortunately there is no money. And then we spoke about black taxes. The topic was quite informative. I love the reviews that you guys gave. And then most of you were like, yeah, but it's because of your parents that you are there where you are. Guys, don't get me wrong. I didn't say do not support your parents. I never said that. All I said is you need to come to a place where you can somehow take care of your parents, but at the same time ensuring that you do not shoot yourself in the foot. Because it doesn't help you shooting yourself in the foot, trying to take care of your parents, and then you end up being in the same situation where you are in debt and all these sorts of things. Now, today we're going to try and speak about you guys building additional streams of income. Now, I read a very important quote today, and this quote basically says, look at your incomes like a table. Now, if you only have one table with one leg, that basically means if that one leg breaks, then the whole table crumbles and collapses. However, if your table has at least 4 legs and a bit of support within those legs, should one leg fall, your table would not crumble, it would not collapse, it will just slightly tilt. And then it will be, instead of being straight, it will be slightly skew. Now, that's the benefit of building additional streams of income. Now, a lot of people always tend to think that you need to be in business full time. No, you guys, you don't need to be in business full time. Sometimes you can start your side hustle. Start a side hustle that pays you side income. Now, there's plenty of ways to do this. Now, I remember once I gave a classical example of renting out chairs. That's a good classical example that we can give. Let's assume chairs cost $85 at, I don't know which shop, but let's assume one chair is $85. Now, let's assume you take $1,000. Divide that by 85, that's about 11 chairs that you can get. Now, if you have those 11 chairs and then you're renting out each chair for $5, that's $55 that you can make per day. Now, let's assume on a monthly basis your chairs get rented out 10 times. That's $550. Now, that's $550 that you'll be getting on a monthly basis as additional income. So this $550, you can say, okay, I'm not going to touch this $550. If we multiply that by 12, on a yearly basis, that's going to be 6,600. Now, if you by the end of the year have 6,600 and you've got your 11 chairs, and then you decide to reinvest all of this money into buying more chairs, that basically means you now have 77 chairs. Now 77 plus your 11 chairs, you now have 88 chairs. 88 chairs multiplied by $5, you can now make 440 per day. Now, if your chairs get rented out 10 times, that's 4,400 per month. 4,400 multiplied by 12, that's 52,800. Now, this is now within a space of virtually 2 years. In 2 years, you invested $1,000 to buy 11 chairs. Those 11 chairs managed to give you $55 per day, given the fact that if we say give or take that your chairs are rented out for 10 days a month, that makes it 550, which gives us 6,600. And then you invested that 6,600 into buying more chairs, and the following year you now have 52,800. Guys, 52,800 is what many people earn on a yearly basis, because if we divide that by 12, that's an average of 4,400 per month. That's what most people get paid, or that's what some people get paid. So do you now start seeing that you can start a simple side hustle that actually has a potential for growth? Now this side hustle is then later going to grow to a point where it's actually going to require you to be there full time. And then remember, when your side hustle starts giving you more money than your traditional job, that's when you can actually quit your real job and go to your side hustle. Why? Because here's the thing, there's a rule about money. Where you put in the least effort and make the most money, that's where you should focus. Because it doesn't help you're here breaking yourself for your 8 to 5 job just because of security. Because you guys have this false pretense to say, yes, I've got security and all of these things. Guys, in the life that we live today, forget about security. There's no securities. There is no guarantees in this life that we live today. Today you can have a job, tomorrow you can lose your job. It's that simple. So I would advise you guys to start side hustles. Start anything. But the best side hustles that you can start is within the field of expertise that you already have. Let's assume you're a mechanic for one of those dealerships. Now, instead of you coming home and then getting to fix 1 or 2 cars, you'd rather get home, watch TV, or right now the bars are closed. I don't know what most of you are doing, but many of you are just not hungry to have side hustles. So the best advice that I would give is hustle within what you're already doing. Now, some of us, it's a bit difficult. Let's assume you're working in the bank. You're a teller at the bank. So you can't, what side hustle obviously are you going to try and have when you come home? I'm not sure, but I'm sure you can figure it out. There are things that you guys are passionate about. Now, I always say the best paychecks come from where your passion lies. And the one other thing that I want to say, guys, we need to start hustling smarter. Because it doesn't help you're hustling, working hard, but that hustle is not paying you. Hustle smart. There are plenty of ways to hustle smart in today's world. With the technology that's there, with the equipment that's there, you can virtually hustle smart. But the problem is many of us, we're not willing to quit doing things that we don't usually want to do for the sake of hustling a bit. So to anyone who's listening to this video, get yourself a side hustle. The side hustle will give you an extra stream of income. Eventually, you have multiple streams of income, and those multiple streams of income can eat. So, apologies for that, guys. Unfortunately, the network is a bit poor, but I hope you guys could hear me and what I needed to say. So, start your side hustles and just keep hustling until you're getting a $20 from here. Apologies for that. Until you start getting a $20 from here, $20 from there, $30 from there. Eventually, on a monthly basis, you've got an additional 1,000 that's not coming from the salary. 1,000, guys, is a lot of money. 1,000, you can use it to supplement your rent. You can use it to supplement your groceries. You can use it for a whole lot of things. Now imagine you multiplying those 1,000s. Instead of now just having 1,000 coming in, you've got a 2,000 coming in just from your side hustle. That 2,000 you multiplied, it's now 4,000. That 4,000 you multiplied is now 8,000. 8,000 is almost your salary. Next thing you know, it's a 16,000 that's coming in. 20,000. Eventually, you've got so much money coming in that you actually now just need to focus on your hustle. And guys, I can guarantee you, hustling is stressful. There's no such thing that's more stressful than hustling. And eventually, most of you guys quit because the comfort of your salary and paycheck is way much more better than that of hustling. But let me just tell you this. Your 8 to 5 will only make you a living. But your hustling can make you a fortune. Now, you can choose to be average or you can choose to be slightly above average. The choices are all yours. It's all yours to make. You can either have one stream of income or you can have multiple streams of income. But let me tell you this, multiple streams of income are way much more better than one single stream of income. Because that single stream of income is stressed. Guys, that one leg is stressed. Imagine trying to stand on one leg the whole day. The reason why you've got two legs is because it's gonna be painful and stressful to stand on one leg for the whole day. Like, I can't even deal with it, guys. Like, I can't. Just 10 seconds and I can't. Now imagine you only having one income. Imagine the stress that income has to deal with. That income has to deal with all the stress, all of it. So it doesn't make any sense. Have a side hustle that gives you an additional stream of income. That way you can start relieving the stress off of this one income. So guys, with that said, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. I hope you guys picked up something. And please start hustling. There's no harm in hustling. Start doing whatever it does to get you an additional income. Because by so doing, this is the only way you will ever have financial freedom. Guys, there is nothing more beautiful than having the freedom to do whatever it is that you want. And the freedom to do whatever it is that you want only comes from money. You want to travel the world? Who wants to travel the world? Okay, obviously not now with Corona. But if you want to travel the world, you need money. If you want finer things in life, you need money. Guys, money gives you a better life. Money gives you the option to send your kids to private schools. Money gives you the option to go to health facilities that are much more conducive. Money gives you options to do a lot of things. Now, you can only have money if you start side hustles. And trust me, you can have plenty of hustles. Guys, you're not limited to say you should only have one hustle. Sometimes people ask me, why are you doing a lot of things? You've got Property Group Save, you've got Van der Waal, you've got this, you've got that, you've got that, you've got that, you've got that. The reason why I've got so many things is because I love nice things, and these nice things cost money. And I need money to buy these nice things. I want a car that has 10 pipes. I want a car where I press a button and then this car can most probably drive itself. Those are the nice things that I want in my life. I dream of owning a yacht. I dream of owning private jets. Now, if I dream of these things, do you honestly think me only having one hustle is going to get me all of these things? No. That's why I'm hustling here, I'm hustling there, I'm hustling here, I'm hustling everywhere. Because here's the thing, when you're hustling, this hustle might pay you this month. And then this hustle might not pay you. So when you've got a lot of hustles going on, here you get something, here you get a bit, there you get nothing. But eventually, those hustles all pay. So mark my words, guys. Start your side hustle. I don't care what it is. Whether you now need to knock off from work and then you go train people for them to be fit, whatever the case is. Or maybe you start tutoring others. I don't know. But just start a side hustle. That's all I'm saying. Guys, you know, part of the reason why I wanted to become wealthy, or the reason why I wanted to become rich, is because there is no greater freedom than not relying on others for money. Guys, the worst thing that you can do, or the worst thing that can happen to you, is when you rely on other people for money. Guys, I once asked somebody for money, and it was not a lot of money. It was just taxi money. And this person responded to me to say, "Did you give me your money?" And this was an honest question. I obviously didn't give this person money. From that day onwards, I told myself that I'm going to do whatever it takes to strive to be financially free. Because there is nothing worse in this world than depending on others for money. Because the moment you depend on someone for money, you are virtually a slave to that person. Virtually, whether you like it or not. You are a slave to that person, because without that person, you are unable to do anything. If that person says, "No, I can't give you money," what do you think is going to happen to you? And guys, it's because of these things. Like, if you don't have money, this is how you guys end up being slave queens and slave boys. When you do not have money. Because now what happens? You now need to sell yourself in exchange for what? In exchange for money. But if you're independent, if you could make money for yourself, you don't need no man. You don't need nobody telling you what to do. Because why? You get it on your own. You hustle until you have whatever it is that you have. Now, there are some people who just plain do not want to hustle. And that's fine. They want to be lazy. But those people are going to be slaves for the rest of their lives. Like, imagine you can't even afford to take yourself on a trip by yourself without it having to do with a blesser. Like, what kind of life is that? So if the blesser says, "No, this weekend we're not going anywhere," then this weekend, that's why, guys, realize this. The reason why many, you see, I don't want to speak badly about anyone, but this is just a practical example. There are people who don't snap for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then you wonder, where are these people? These people are actually at their parents' house in the ghettos or wherever it is that they stay, because for those whole 3 weeks there was no guy who came and took them to a nice car lodge so that they can snap, or to this guy's house so that they can snap. No, there are people, they are forever snapping, but the snaps are always of different location, and then you wonder, I know this person has different houses, or what is happening here? No, it's because for 3 weeks this person, nobody took them out. In fact, they don't even have a phone. They usually snap with a guy's phone. That's how worse it is. Like, this slave queen doesn't have a phone of her own. She actually needs another dude to give her the phone. You know then she logs in, and then she basically checks now. For 3 weeks she's catching up. These are the honest truths. We do not want to hear these things. But the reason why you're in that situation is because you're not hustling smart. CC, you can pop the Moët, you can pop the champagnes. It's fine and all well. Mara, at some point, you also need to focus and say, Chief, this Moët you're buying me is costing 3,000 bucks. With this 3,000 bucks, I could have started like a small business at the house. Ladies, if a guy is gonna hustle your punani, also be smart enough to hustle his money. The guy can't just hustle your punani just so that you can be there on social media. The life, guys, just you there. The mirror. No, man. Oh, just a second. It can't be like that. So, hate me, but I'm going to keep telling it like it is. So, sorry about that, guys. I don't know. Please inform the people I'm busy with my life. I cannot be taking calls now. So these are the truths. These are the facts. Whether we like it or whether we like it not, I'm going to say it like it is. So, gents, ladies, let's start hustling, and let's hustle smarter. That's all I can say. That's all I want to say. So guys, thank you so much for listening. This episode was basically for us to start our side hustles. Let's hustle smart. Let's start whatever we need to start. And let's make money. Let's stop being slaves to money. This thing where you can't, man, this person, I'm gonna block them. Sorry guys, so that's all I wanted to say. So please, let's hustle smart. Let's become money masters. Let's not be slaves to money. With that said, guys, thank you so much. Cheers.